So this girl sends me an article this morning called Sledging.
Yeah, I heard about it this morning. Apparently, it's a new dating trend with the youngsters between like 20 and 25, but I'm sure it can apply to an array of ages. But basically what it is you are dating somebody through the holidays in the attempt to like kind of avoid questions from family or just have a little cuddle buddy or be able to spend time with somebody through the holidays. And then with the premise that with the plan that you are going to break up with them on New Year's Eve or day. I can't quite remember, but one of those. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. Kind of makes me cringe a little bit, as far as having that intention for quite a bit of time for your own gain or benefit. I understand in cases where you're scared to break up with somebody, because it might be hard over the holidays or you haven't quite made up your mind whether you want to be with them or not. So,
right.
But having a set date and that you're deliberately going to use somebody for your own intentions while they have feelings for you that are genuine feels pretty icky, man. I don't know if I like that too much.
Right? You're like pulling them on a sled.
Right.
Through the holiday season. And then you're just going to get off the sled and you're just going to be like, okay, bye. See you later.
Well, you stop pulling the sled because I think they're on the sled.
Yes. You stop pulling the sled and you're like, all right, I'm done with this. Like it served my purpose.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Exactly.
Which is kind of funny that you had just discovered this because we were on an earlier episode, we were talking about all the questions that come, and that's why so many have anxiety. So this is technically a way out. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to prepare for the questions. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to try to make a plan. What I'm going to do instead is just grab this person here and facade.
Right. And part of that sort of article that we both read is some people decide to do this as early as like August. Or November, right. I think it's 75%.
Yeah, 75% is November.
And then
25 is as early as August.
Which is crazy. That's months.
But look at what that's actually talking about is people are so scared to be honest with their families or having to deal with those uncomfortable moments that they're willing to use somebody to have to be able to avoid all of that. That is mind-blowing,
that holiday
dude.
anxiety, that episode that we had is definitely real. I mean, people are doing this kind of thing to be able to prevent themselves from Aunt Cindy or whatever asking them,
her grandma,
hey, when are you going to get married? Or when are you going to get a girlfriend or boyfriend? Yeah. It's, but people, I guess, do anything. But I agree with you. I really don't feel like this is a good thing. This is a toxic pattern.
I mean, here's the thing. Okay, so I was thinking about this. I'm like, okay, is there some kind of like grace you can have through this situation? And I think it has to be that both people agree and know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's a movie like that,
of course there is. Come on. So, but then I don't know if it's still considered sledging.
Probably not. Then it's like a mutually agreed upon, thing. But yeah, I mean, don't sledge anybody, guys. Like, come on.
But I mean, if let's say this still applies, in that case, if both people know and you can both have a mutual agreement to that, then it's one thing. Right. Perhaps there's a friend you can ask, it's not a good idea. Okay, first let me just, it's not a good idea.
We're not condoning this.
but if you have your mind set on doing something like this, then it's better to ask a friend at this point. I mean, you should be honest with your family and find the strength to be comfortable during those questions and know how to, divert from them. But if you do still go with this, it's so much better when both parties are because otherwise you're not. I mean, because then I think about, okay, cool. So what are you going to do on New Year's? Just ghost them?
Exactly. Yeah.
What is that going to be like?
I can't even envision that. Like if somebody's actually planning to, let's say, break up with somebody the second it hits, the first of the year, are you together? Are you just like saying, you know what, this isn't going to work out, and you're just like walking away at midnight? Like, what do you do? Are you just texting them and saying, hey, sorry, I'm out of here? It's just, I don't know. It doesn't sit right.
I mean, I would love to hear a rebuttal, but
yeah.
at this point, there's just so many other options that don't involve using or hurting somebody and then potentially hurting them some more after if you do ghosting or anything of that sort. So beware, guys, because this is not cool.
Beware,
Not cool.
and it could be you at some point.
Stop.
The roles could
That's
be
so
reversed
scary.
at some point, and
No.
you might not be aware of it. And then it actually happens, and you're like, oh, I did that to somebody too.
No.
So awareness is key for sure.
As always.
As always.